One of the biggest problems for most people is when they're inconsistent with what they do. Now, it's afternoon change around, isn't it, darling? She's quite happy, as you can see. Honey's really happy. Chez has come up because he knows what's going to happen. So I never change this routine. So as I go now to the gate, which I don't have to secure quite as strongly as I used to. See, she's going right up to it, but she doesn't go through it now. Honey, he's calling. Honey, wait. Wait. Good girl. This is not time for her, because as yet I would not trust her to be free when he is in his area. So I'm going to now, yes, he's in his camouflage suit. The things we get our animals. So, because she knows that she will not come to until I invite her, and what I've got to do is give him some food in his stable, shut him in, then I unlock this gate. Yes, can I just explain that? Just a second, darling. Unlock that gate, secure this one, so now Honey can have the field. But it's his, sort him out, then I can work with her. And actually what she's done is just laid down the other side of that gate, because I am never inconsistent with her. Most people say, oh, sometimes I do this, sometimes I do that. It's no good. No good. If you want to bring peace and harmony and make life good for you all, then consistency is key. Not necessarily the time of day you do it. You know, I never say you've got to do this at 4:05. That's not the point. It's around about this time. But once I go into it, then it's serious. She's laid down, contented and happily waiting. He is waiting. So we'll come back when it's changeover time. Okay, he is now in his stable, and all I did was pick up some haylage, which is something he really does love, carry it, and he just walks into the stable because he knows that's where he has it. And I'll be able to see him over the door, just looking quite happy. Change the gates over with a padlock, yes. Now, as I go back to this gate, you'll see a certain young lady's tail is going rather more rapidly, because now is the time she comes through. Always. Now, if there was going to be any change, ready? You want to go? Go on in, you good girl. See, her time now. If there was going to be any change, if for some reason she wasn't going to come through, what I would actually do is change things completely and have her probably in the house shut in. You know, for any reason she could not come out, then that's what I'd be doing. So, see, consistency is your best friend, because it is. So many people, I promise you, they let themselves down. They actually destroy their own chance of success by being inconsistent. It really is a mug's game. To be quite honest, it's such a negative thing to do. Forgive me carrying on, but don't miss a moment of things I've got to do. You know, it's stupid. You know, when people say sometimes, it's like dogs on furniture. Oh, sometimes I let them on, sometimes I don't. Well, that's not good enough. You know, Honey is not encouraged on the furniture at all. So it's not on a Tuesday from 5 till 6 or in the evenings when I feel like a cuddle. You can't do that. So be consistent, and what you get is this wonderful calm. Now, another thing is, oh, her little bud's out. Her little buddy is out. I haven't cleared the field yet, which one of the lovely jobs I have. My neighbour's out. We were having a little chat yesterday, and so's his pup. And Honey, his little pup gets so excited when he sees Honey. She's not so keen on him. She's played with him before, but what's brilliant is now she's able to completely disregard my neighbours, because I said to them when she barked and we went crazy at them, and by golly she did, I just said to them, please ignore her. Don't look her in the eyes. Show her that you are no threat. Now that may sound simple. It is. That's what people have to prove to an animal, that there's nothing to fear. So now, here she comes. Let's just see if she's going to pick up with her little buddy. There's two chaps there. Tom lives next door and another chap. Now she doesn't know the other chap, and if he does it right and ignores her, she'll be alright with him. But I just want to see if the pup comes out. So let's just see. She's looking to me. She knows she can play now. It's her time. It's still very, very warm. No, she's decided she's going to plod around. She might choose to. Again, it's her playtime, and that's fine for me. So back to consistency. Yes, please make it your friend. Please adopt it. Know that if you are consistent, you will succeed. As long as you use the right information, which of course is what we do with Amichien Bonding. So it's her time now. Time for me to get to work again. Thanks, animals. Leave me plenty of mess. A few minutes ago, Honey strolled up here to see what I was doing, because I've done my jobs up there, and I thought I deserved a cuppa. But right now, she's right down the bottom of the field, just laid there, just in the field, enjoying life. So these gates are open. It does do him good too, Ches, to be in the stable for a while. If ever you need to put them in the stable and have them happily stay there, then it's a good idea. Guess he's got some watering to do later on. What a good idea. So what I've done, I've returned to the house, put some music on, got me comfy swing, one cup of tea, and I should just sit here and enjoy the birds feeding and knowing that my dog and my horse are both happy. You know, life should be easy. If you're permanently stressed that the dog is, or the horse, any animal is, yeah. Remember, wherever your pulse rate is, they go. So if you go, oh my God, what's this? Up they go with you. And that really is hard work. So I'm going to enjoy a little bit of time here, and then when she comes up next time, when she's had enough, there's no time limit. She doesn't have to be here at a certain time, obeying every command I give. We live together, the three of us. So I shall calmly enjoy a few minutes here in my swing, looking at my garden, watching the birds coming in to feed. Got a lot of feeders everywhere. And when she's had enough, that does for me. I know before anybody says it, I'm lucky to have an acre and a half here. It's more than enough for me and them. I do know that, I appreciate that. But nevertheless, you know, remember, consistency, calm, and happiness. The three go together. Opportunist is coming. You've got to admire these animals. I do, every single one of them. The birds are coming to feed, but what you can't see, top of the summer house, just behind the little tree, is a squirrel. He's just coming out there. Look, he might jump into the bush, but he's actually after the peanuts that are here. So he's going to move along here. If Honey sees him, he'll run. Because she's rather good at... she enjoys chasing him. She's never got to. Yeah, he's coming along now. I'm going to very quietly get up. Because as soon as he sees on there, it's going to take off. I love it. It's like, oops, am I in trouble? Yes, I'm in trouble. Yep, it's off. That was the birds did that. So, Honey's, yeah, she's still laid up the field. Well, that's okay then. Nice for living. Nice for enjoying. and making as pleasurable as you can. Yeah, perhaps I'm lazy, greedy, whatever you want to call me, I don't care. But I like my animals to be happy too. Well, somebody's returned from her little jaunt down, which is perfect timing because I've just finished my cup of tea. Was that nice down the field? Was it? You good girl. See? You see, what usually happens is when she comes back, she has her tea. I can't say it too loud because the word tea at breakfast, she knows what they are. But she's one contented girl. So what I'm actually going to do now is, okay, tea break over. Yeah, good girl. She can go in the house, she can just mosey around. Because when I go up now, because life's kind of chill, she probably won't even follow me. Because usually when she comes back, that's my signal to go. And yeah, nowhere to be seen. She's still at the door. Oh no, she's just walking towards me, but that's it, she's not bothered. He's beginning to look out like, hello mum. Oh yeah, it does work both ways, letting them sort themselves out. The other day when I came down like this, he started to shake his head and toss it around like, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. And bang his head at the side. You know, it was really like trying to jivvy me up. I just walked away and I left him. I thought, I'm not going to try. If I had tried to deal with a horse that's thrown itself around, there's only one thing for certain is I'm going to get hurt. So, consequence of actions, he leapt around, he was full of himself, and I just let him. And went up to the house, did a few other jobs, came back, he was still throwing his head around, still ignored him, went back up, and when I came down it was like, phew, that was a waste of time, wasn't it? You know, let them see they're wasting their time. You don't have to do anything else. So it's change over the padlock, and she can have her tea then. I've got to show you this because I did show where the squirrel comes onto the top of the... Oops! That was the squirrel vacating the top of the sunroom and jumping into the hedge very, very quickly. Because one honey was on its tail. Oh dear. They're an absolute joy, aren't they? She won't have... To her, it's just bats with tails. And she doesn't like bushy tails, and she doesn't like that either. John? I don't know if you stayed round there, but... Yep, she's not going to come out for a while. Oh, look at my lovely big red peony. Oh, slightest wind and it'd be gone overnight, but never mind. Just out of curiosity. He is there watching. Don't she realise he legged it up into... What is it, darling? He doesn't do things that run like that. That's never going to change. So having a cat would be disastrous. So we know our limitations, but also we know what we've gained. God, look at that for hours. Isn't it beautiful? Nature's so brilliant. Once you work with it, she's coming out now. The most indignant look on her face. I know, wasn't it just cheeky? Hey? I know! It looks to me as if I'd done it. Brilliant. Back to what she was doing, which was resting in the shade. Oh, she's in the sun now.